Ibrahim Traoré, he have done it again. What am I talking about? Ibrahim Traoré bought a second airplane for the Burkina Bay airline. And why is this important? Watch the video first and return, and then I will tell you why it's important and what the significance of this is. Take a listen. Boom.
This is the spectacle offered by Air Burkina's new Embraer 190. Before landing on the tarmac to be welcomed with this water salute and much rejoicing, this second Embraer 190 has the same capacity as the first, 6 seats in business class and 92 in economy class.
This acquisition was made possible thanks to dedicated efforts. The people of Burkina Faso, under the leadership of their president, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, and that's something that makes us all proud. I think of this very cheerful staff and I want to tell them something, to work hard, to be committed, to be patriotic, because Air Burkina must remain Air Burkina. It has survived since 1967. There is no reason it shouldn't continue.
The aircraft comes to strengthen the Air Burkina fleet, allowing it to serve its usual routes, with a reduction in schedule disruptions.
As you know, operating with just one aircraft is not easy. The slightest incident or irregularity disrupts the entire network and customers are not satisfied. With these 2 aircraft, we are making every effort to ensure our flights are as regular as possible, and so that there is no need to consider opening new routes.
Inspections have been carried out on all the aircraft to ensure that Air Burkina has safe planes, to conduct safe operations, and to make sure all flights are carried out under the best possible conditions. Therefore, the National Civil Aviation Agency can reassure all of Burkina Faso, all passengers, that these aircraft acquired by Air Burkina are safe planes.
A symbol of renewal and ambition, this second Air Burkina aircraft marks, like many other government actions, the affirmation of national sovereignty through development fueled by local resources.
Thank you, sir. Even talking about a second plane for the airline in Burkina Faso, and this is very important. Let me explain why. Let's go back into time a minute. In 2023, he went to a summit in Russia when he met Vladimir and a couple of other African presidents. It was a summit with Russia-Africa summit. In this summit, he posed a question: why is it Africa is so rich in resources, but yet we are so underdeveloped and poor? He could not comprehend why these countries have been suffering for so many years since independence. Most countries are now independent for over 60 years, more than 60 years. So, anyway, he went back to Burkina Faso, he took power, and then he started to develop the country. But before he bought the first plane, the airline was in debt and they were leasing a plane. So he said, no, we are losing too much of money. So he ended up bought a brand new plane. And then he tell who want to work can work and who don't want to stay can go. And then the mechanics of that plane tried to sabotage the airline by quitting. And they were demanding more money and they were quitting. So he tried to let them go. And then he used the mechanics from the army to make sure the plane is 100% good to go for every flight. Anyway, fast forward now to in less than a little over a year and a half, he bought a second plane. So now they'll have they're still flying within the Sahel nations, Mali, Niger, and I think they're talking about going to Ghana. No, they're already flying to Ghana, and they're going to expand to other African countries. Most countries do not own their own airline or have their own plane. So that's 2 in 1. So that's 2 things he accomplished in less than 3 years for our young president at the time. He was 36 or 35, one of them. So if he can accomplish to buy 2 planes, brand new, not used planes, new planes in less than 2 years, and dig the airline out of debt, still know they are profiting, they are opening up new routes. Why is it? Let's take an example. My country, Jamaica, we don't have an airline, we don't have airplanes. Why? And we are a very popular country. You have other countries too. I won't name all of them because it's gonna be time consuming, but you get my concept. Most of the Caribbean renting or leasing, not rent, they are leasing planes, they don't own their own planes. And the airlines is always in debt. You have other European countries and South American countries, and it's the same, the same concept. So I'm sure it's accomplished something that no other African country could have accomplished, and not they're even more richer and bigger than Burkina Faso, like South Africa, for example. DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo, which is one of the richest country in the world. By fact, they have the most important resource that ever is needed all over the world, which is cobalt, and that's needed for everything electronic to be made. Plus, they have diamond, they have gold. They have this one mountain of gold last year in DRC. So the resources is there, but it's why is it in DRC every single country in Europe, including America, has an embassy in DRC? Why is that? The country is so poor and so underdeveloped, and they claim it's a third country, but yet still every single embassy, every single country have an embassy in the DRC. That shows you that they're not there to help or aid the country in no way, shape, or form. They're there to take resources and to the respective countries. And Ibrahim Traoré, that's why he kicked out all the multinational companies out of Burkina Faso and cut cooperation with most of them, from the French to the Americans to the Europeans to the Germans. So he mostly worked with the Russians and the Chinese and Morocco, Egypt, and a few other countries that he's collaborating with. Ghana as well, because of the new president, he take power and he's for the silent nation, unlike Nana Akufo, the former president, who used to snitch and the spy on the Burkina Faso army and give intel to the American, allegedly. I think it's the word allegedly because they want to get in trouble. So my point still remains that Ibrahim Traoré accomplished so much in 3.5 years. I'm talking about infrastructure, electrical, water, internet, phones, phone services, hospitals, mobile clinics, factories, rebuild schools, free education, almost free healthcare. All these great things you have done in less than 4 years, and you have leaders who have been in power for over 30 years. Like, for instance, the ANC party in South Africa. They have been in power for over 30 years, and they still not have accomplished not even a mere fraction of what Ibrahim Traoré has accomplished in under 4 years. What this tells you, we cannot always blame colonialism on our issues. Yes, colonialism is a big part of why Africa is so, it still is, but we cannot just solely blame colonialism. We have to also take responsibility of the corruption some of these presidents are doing to the country and deliberately making sure the country is not developed, are using their human resources to its fullest extent, to its full extent. This shows you why they don't like him and why he have over 21 attempts on his life, and why other African presidents don't like him and they are still going against him today, because he's shining a light on all those who have been in power for more than 30 years and not have done one thing they can point to and say, I've done that for my people. And like Ibrahim Traoré. Anyway, so let me know what you think about this. Ibrahim Traoré expanding the airline, the airline to having 2 planes, expanding routes. He's now flying not only to Mali and Niger, also to Ghana, and there's talks of adding other routes as well. So let me know what you think about the comment section. Boom.